Assalamu alaikum, Tree class. How are you? I hope you will be doing great at home. Today we will start our slot number 3 and our subjects are social studies, science and English. Okay student, first of all we will start our social studies subject with lesson number 3 and the title of the lesson is maps. Reading book pages for this chapter is page number 14 and 15 and the workbook pages for this chapter is 15 to 18. Next we will do lesson number 4 which title is Pakistan and reading book for chapter number 4 is page number 19 to 22. Workbook pages for this chapter would be 23 to 26 and then 32. Okay, students, let's start reading of chapter number 3. Name was maps. First topic is maps. Map is a way to show a part of the earth's surface on the flat piece of paper. A person who makes maps is called cartographer. Cartographer वो शख्स जो मैप बना रहा है, मैप ड्रॉ कर रहा है. And map is a way which show the part of the earth surface, यानी कि जमीन का ऊपरी सतह का हिस्सा जब किसी भी फ्लैट पीस ऑफ पेपर पर उतारा जाए, that piece of paper is called maps. The next one is cardinal directions. There are 4 cardinal directions. Cardinal mean direction point: north, south, east and west. As you can see in the image, there are 4 cardinal points which shows the direction. Our next topic is intermediate direction. As you know that intermediate means central, the middle. The points, directions in between the cardinal directions are called intermediate. Intermediate means center directions. As you can see, between west and north, there is another direction which is called northwest. Between west and south, there is another intermediate direction which is called south and west, and so on. These include northwest. Cardinal directions names are as northwest, northeast, southwest and southeast. Students, let's open your page number 15 and there is another topic about compass. A map includes a compass that shows direction. As you can see the image of a compass. Cardinal directions are the 4 main points on the compass, like west, north, east and south. The top point is called north and the point at the bottom is south. As you can see in the image, the side points are called east and west. The maps are drawn according to some scale showing the directions. Scale means the size and extent of something. The maps are smaller than the objects of the areas which they represent. It means maps are smaller than the real area. Maps are drawn using many colors. We can draw any map by using colors. Generally, the land has yellow color, the hills are in brown color, and the oceans are colored blue, etc. Repeat it again with me. Land will be shown on a map with yellow color, hills will be shown with brown color, and ocean will be shown with blue color. A key, these and other symbol is given in a map which make it easy for us locate what is where on the map and also to know how far is one place from the other. On a map you can see जब डिफरेंट चीजें डिफरेंट कलर से शो की जाएंगी तो आपको उनसे आइडिया हो जाएगा. उसके अलावा आपको कीज और सिंबल नजर आएंगे मैप पे, जिससे आपको ये समझने में आसानी होगी कि किस प्लेस का ड्यूरेशन या डिस्टेंस दूसरी प्लेस से कितना ज्यादा या कितना कम है. यू कैन इजीली जज द डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर ऑन अ मैप. On a map, everything cannot be shown as it is, so symbols are used to show them. मैप पर हर चीज आप आसानी से नहीं देख सकते, सारी चीजें मेंशन नहीं होती. सो वी विल यूज सिंबल्स टू rectify them. For example, forest is shown by drawing some colored shapes, trees. If there is any trees which is colored on a map, you can easily judge that there is a forest. The place is called forest there. These colored shapes are called symbols. So symbol वो चीजें हैं जिनसे आप आसानी से मैप को रीड आउट कर सकते हैं कि मैप पर बनी हुई चीजें क्या हैं. With the help of symbols, you can easily read out the map. Next is the key is a list of symbols. Symbols की एक लिस्ट दी गई होगी साइड पर जिसे आप बोलेंगे की. A book of map is called atlas. The earliest map were drawn by Babylonians about 2300 BC. Mercator published the first world map in 1569. Okay students, after completing our chapter from reading book, let's start our workbook, which is starting from the page number 15 of the workbook. And the first question is my interpretation. Look at the map and answer the following question. And the first question is about what ocean is west of the continent of the North America. As you can see in the image, the ocean which is west of the continent of the North America is Pacific Ocean. So you have to write in a first fill in the blanks Pacific Ocean. Next is find the ocean that is just east the continent of Africa, and that is Indian Ocean. Third one is what continent is south of all the continents, and the answer is Southern Ocean. Number 4 is find the continent that is just south of Asia, and answer is Pacific Ocean. Number 5th is name the main oceans that border the continent you live on. As we know that we are living on Asia, so we will discuss about the oceans which are border to Asia. And the answer is Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean. Moving toward the question number 6, which is color the oceans blue and the continents green. As you can see in the image, where you can see the name of the continent like North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Asia, Africa and Australia. These all are continents, so color them with green. And the rest of the part which is showing the oceans, that would be colored with blue. Friends, let's move toward the page number 16 of your workbook. The first question is fill in the blanks. First one is a book of map is called, as we have read in our reading book, that a book of map is called atlas, Atlas. Number 2 is a list of symbol is called key. Number 3 is map is a way to show a part of earth's surface on a flat piece of paper. Number 4, generally the hills are in brown color. Number 5, northwest, northeast, southwest and southeast are called intermediate direction. Our next question is question number 2. Write true T or false F. Correct if the sentences are wrong. Number 1 sentence is there are 4 basic directions. It is true. So write down the same line. Number 2 is the side point on the compass are called north and south. It is false because the right statement is the side points on the compass are called east and west. We have to change north and south into east and west. Now move toward the statement number 3, which is the maps are drawn according to the some rules showing the directions. No, it is false because we will write some scales on a place of rules. Let's read it out. The maps are drawn according to some scales. Some scales, not rules, showing the directions. So change the word rules with scale. Number 4 statement is the maps are bigger than the objects of the areas which they represent. The statement is also false. Write F for false. Then write down the correct statement, which is the maps are smaller. The maps are smaller than objects of area which they represent. Number 5th and the last one is the atlas is a list of symbol. This is also false. So write F for false. And the right statement is The key is a list of symbol. You will change atlas word with the word key, so your statement would become right. Students, open up your page number 17, and on our page number 17 you will find answers these questions. And the question number 3 is, what are intermediate directions? And the answer is, the points in between the cardinal directions are called intermediate directions. As we can read in a reading book that the points between cardinal directions are intermediate directions. Examples are northwest, southeast, and so on. The next one is question number 4. Why symbols are used in maps? And answer is, on a map everything cannot be shown as it is, so symbols are used in maps. Number 5 question is, who is a cartographer? Answer is, a person who makes map called cartographer. Number 6 is, what is a map? And its answer is, a map is a way to show a part of Earth's surface on the flat piece of paper. Okay students, let's open the page number 18 of this chapter. And here is first question is question number 7. Question is, what does compass tell us? Answer is, a compass tells us the directions. Instant examples are north, south, west, and east. Next is, understand the questions and answers accordingly. Number 1 is, a compass needle is really a option A wire, option B toy, option C sewing tool, and option D magnet. So your right answer is magnet, option C. Question number 2 is, look at the map and tell which direction you would travel as you move from Lahore to Karachi. Include intermediate directions northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. And your answer is, we would travel in the direction of southwest to move from Lahore to Karachi. Southwest. Okay students, let's start our next chapter, which is lesson number 4, Pakistan, and the book page number is 19. Pakistan. Pakistan is our country. Its full name is Islamic Republic of Pakistan. What is the full name of Pakistan? Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It is situated in the largest continent of the world, Asia. We have already read in previous chapter that what is the largest continent? Yes, largest continent is Asia, and Pakistan is also situated in Asia. Next is neighboring countries. Every country has some neighboring countries. Here we will discuss about the Pakistan. In the east of Pakistan there is India. In the northwest, Afghanistan. In the west there is Iran. In the south, Arabian Sea, and in the northeast of Pakistan there is China. So India, Afghanistan, Iran, and China, these are our neighboring countries. On the page number 20, next topic is provinces. Pakistan has 4 provinces and 2 self-governing territories called Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Kashmir. Territories means region or area. So as we all know that the Pakistan has 4 provinces, and then Pakistan has 2 self-governing territories. The first one is Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Kashmir. It means इन दोनों की अपनी अलग से हुकूमत है. They are not going to follow the rules and regulation of Pakistan. They have their own self-governing. Okay. Next, we will learn about provinces and their capital cities. The first province is Punjab, and the capital city of Punjab is Lahore. Then we will move to Sindh, and the capital city of Sindh is Karachi. Next is Balochistan, and the capital city of Balochistan is Quetta. And the last is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the capital city of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is Peshawar. The next topic is about Sindh. Sindh is the southeastern province of Pakistan. Which province? Southeastern. Sindh is a flat land and some parts of white deserts. There is white deserts in Sindh. The Indus River passes through almost of the middle of the province. The Indus River is in Sindh. There is a fertile plain around the Indus River. All kinds of crops are cultivated here. Crops mean cultivated plants growing for foods. There are many farms in Sindh. The cities have factories and heavy industries. So next move toward the Balochistan. Balochistan is situated in the southwest of Pakistan. Where is Balochistan located? Yes, it is located in southwest of Pakistan. It is Pakistan's largest province by area. By the area, it is the largest province of Pakistan. But Balochistan's population is very small due to the mountainous land and lack of water. As we know that there is a lack of water in Balochistan and there is mountainous land, so there is small population in Balochistan. This province is rich in mineral resources and natural gas. Which province is rich in mineral resources and natural gas? And your answer must be Balochistan. The capital of Balochistan is Quetta. The Quetta Valley is fertile and rich in fruit farming. Fertile means capable of producing. So Quetta Valley is fertile and rich in fruit farming. We will get more fruit from Quetta Valley. Friends, open your page number 21. The first topic is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is situated in the northwest of the country. Mountainous and forests cover much of the province. The Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has much mountains and forests. It is the smallest province of Pakistan by area. We have read that Balochistan is larger province by the area, but Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is the smallest province of Pakistan by area. Mining is the major industries of province because we know that there is a lot of mountain, so mining is a major industry of the province. The famous Khyber Pass links the province to the Afghanistan. Khyber Pass links between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The next is Punjab province. Punjab is mostly plain. The area of the Punjab is mostly plain. Flat area is there. Covering eastern part of the country. It is located in the eastern part of the country. Some areas in the north are hilly plateaus. This is the largest populated province of the Pakistan. What is the largest populated province? It is Punjab. Punjab is the land of 5 rivers. Punjab, the word Punjab in Urdu, they describe that there is 5 rivers in Punjab. The soil of Punjab is very fertile. का मतलब है पंजाब की सरजमीन बहुत जरहेज है. यहाँ पर हम ज्यादा फूड क्रॉप्स कल्टीवेट कर सकते हैं. All sorts of crops are cultivated in Punjab. Punjab has established industries, especially in textile and dairy products. It is the only province that touches every other province and the national capital city, Islamabad. So, Punjab is touching all the other provinces and capital of Pakistan, Islamabad also. Next, you can see national provincial capitals in the map. There is a map showing national and provincial capitals. Let's move toward the next page. This is page number 22 of your reading book. And we will talk about rivers. Pakistan has 5 major rivers and their names are as Indus, Ravi, Satluj, Chenab and Jhelum. How many rivers are there in Pakistan? Yes, there are 5 major rivers in Pakistan. Here your chapter has been completed. So let's move toward the workbook work. Okay students, open up your book, workbook page number 23. The first topic is my interpretation. My report on my country Pakistan. Firstly, details. The capital city of Pakistan is Islamabad. So you have to write Islamabad in front of capital city. Then languages, Urdu, Punjabi, Sindhi and Balochi. Prime Minister, Imran Khan. Currency, rupees. On the next side, you can see, draw the country's flag in the box below. Here you have to draw the flag of our country and then color it. Next is famous people. First, Qaid-e-Azam, then Allama Iqbal, and then Fatima Jinnah. The next is foods. The famous food of Pakistan is biryani and then vegetables. Students, let's start page number 24 of the workbook. First question is about choose the correct answer. This is the MCQs. First one is the soil of the dash is very fertile. Options are Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and your right option is option A, Punjab. Number 2 is dash is the smallest province of Pakistan by area. Smallest by area. And options are Sindh, Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Your right answer is option C, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Number 3 is Balochistan is rich in dash resources. Options are textile, mining and mineral. And right answer is option C, which is mineral. Number 4 is dash province has flat land. Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan and right one is B, Sindh. Number 5 is Pakistan is situated in the largest continent of the world. Options are as Europe, Africa and Asia. Your right answer is option C, Asia. Next is question number 2. Match the columns. Pakistan shares borders with number 1, Iran, and the matching would be done with in the west. Iran in the west, Afghanistan in the northwest, China in the northeast, India in the east, and Arabian Sea in the south. Question number 3 is use an atlas to find the capital city of these countries. You have to tell the capital cities of given countries. First one is Saudi Arabia, and the capital city of the Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. Riyadh, Riyadh. Next one is Afghanistan, and the capital city of Afghanistan is Kabul. Third one is Iran, and the capital city of Iran is Tehran. Page number 25. India, the capital city of India is New Delhi. China, and its capital city is Beijing. Next is question number 4. Write true for T and false F. Correct if the sentences are wrong. First one is in the west of Pakistan there is China. The statement is wrong because in the west of the Pakistan there is Iran. You will change China with Iran and then you have to put F in the given space. Next is number 2. In the Sindh, there is a desert around the Indus River. The statement is false because in Sindh, there is a fertile plain around Indus River. Desert word will be changed with fertile plain. Next is Balochistan is Pakistan's largest province by population. This statement is also false, so write F because Balochistan is Pakistan's smallest province by population. It is largest by area but smallest by population. Number 4 is mining is the major industry of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This statement is correct, so write T. Number 5th is Punjab is the only province that touches every other province. This statement is also right, so write T. Next is answer these questions, and question number 5 is name the self-governing territories of Pakistan. पाकिस्तान के उन इलाकों के नाम बताइए जो जहाँ पर उनकी अपनी हुकूमत है. And the answer is first one is Gilgit Baltistan and the second one is Azad Kashmir. Next is question number 6. Name the 5 rivers of Pakistan, and the answer is Indus, Ravi, Chenab, Satluj. Fifth river of Pakistan is Jhelum. Okay, next is page number 26. There is question number 7. Which province of Pakistan has the largest population? The province with largest population. Answer is Punjab province of Pakistan has the largest population. Number 8 question is name the neighboring countries of Pakistan with respect to the directions. And the answer is as India in the east, Iran in the west, China in the northeast, and Afghanistan in the northwest. Next is question number 9. Name the capital cities of provinces. Punjab, and the capital cities are as Lahore. Sindh, capital city Karachi. Province Balochistan, and capital city is Quetta. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and its capital city is Peshawar. Next is page number 27, and there is a question. Understand the questions and answer accordingly. Question number 1 is what is the meaning of Pakistan? And options are Muslim land, land of rivers, plains, and holy land. And your right option is option A, which is Muslim land. Next is question number 2. How are rivers useful to us? And answer is all kinds of crops are cultivated with the help of rivers. We use water from the river in our homes, hospitals, and factories. Next, rivers are also very useful to make electricity. On a page number 32, as you can see, there is a written project. Write any 3 cities of Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab, and Sindh. 3 cities of Punjab is Lahore, Multan, and Rawalpindi. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's cities are as Peshawar, Naran, and Abbottabad. 3 cities for Sindh are Karachi, Hyderabad, and Sakkar. And Balochistan cities are as Quetta, Jacobabad, and Sibbi.
Now we will start with the subject science, unit number 3, living on earth, reading book page number 23 to 32, workbook page number 21 to 27 and 29. Book page number 23, unit number 3, living on earth. Living things move, grow, eat or take in food, feel, breathe and reproduce. Non-living things cannot do any of these. There is a difference between living things and non-living things. Living things can move, eat, grow, but non-living things cannot do any of these things. Movement. All plants and animals move. Plants move only a little. They do not move from one place to another or from place to place, but their leaves or flowers may move. Plants cannot move in other direction but grow in size, move in only in size. Animals use their legs to move, to search for food or to escape from their enemies. Animals use legs for their movement or can move one place to another place. Animals without legs crawl or slide by moving their bodies. Without leg animals can move by crawling. Okay. Some animals have wings and can fly. Reading book page number 24. The first topic is growth. All living things can grow. They get bigger and they can change shape as they get older. Baby animals become adults. As they grow, they begin to look more like their parents. All living things can grow. They get bigger in size and change their shape. साइज में बड़े होते हैं और अपनी शेप चेंज करते हैं. बेबी एनिमल्स बिकम अडल्ट्स एज दे ग्रो. जैसे जैसे ग्रो करते जाते हैं अपने पेरेंट्स की तरह दिखते हैं. A seed grow into a plant. A duckling grow into a duck. A baby grow into an adult. Feeding. Without food and water, living things would die. Some animals eat plants, some animals eat other animals, and some eat both plants and other animals. A fox eats meat, a goat eats grass, a cat eats meat, a squirrel eats nuts. Page number 25. Animals have different types of mouth with which they take in food. Birds use their beaks to eat and often swallow their whole food. Birds do not have teeth. Some animals use their tongue to catch food. Frogs and lizards have sticky tongues. Some animals use their teeth to tear, grind, and chew their food. Animals have different types of mouths which they take food. Birds use their beak. Some birds do not have teeth. Some animals use their tongue like frogs, lizards. Plants take in water through their roots. Green plants make their own food with air, water and sunlight. Plants make their own food with the help of air, water and sunlight. Feeling. Animals feel in different ways. Most animals sense the world around them by using their eye, nose, skin, ears and tongue. How can animals feel around their world? By eyes, nose, skin, ears and tongue. Animals use their sense organs to search for food and to sense danger. Plants do not have sense organs, but they too can feel. Plants doesn't have the sense organ, but they can feel. Breathing. Humans and other animals have a nose. They breathe in the air. Plants breathe too. They take in air through very tiny holes in their leaves called stomata. Tiny holes mean small holes called stomata. Page number 26. The topic is reproduction. Reproduction means ability to produce offspring. Animals give birth to young ones. Other animals such as birds, reptiles and insects produce eggs. In these ways, animals produce their own kinds. Most plants reproduce seeds. New plants grow from seeds. Some plants can produce baby plants from their stems or leaves. In this way, adult plants produce young plants. This is called reproduction. Some plants grow by seeds and some plants grow by their stems and leaves of the other plants. This way is known as reproduction. Habitats. Habitats means the places where the animals or plants live. The place where an animal or plant lives is called its habitat. To survive, an animal needs food, water, air and shelter. Survival के लिए क्या चाहिए होता है? Animal need food, water, air and shelter. Shelter mean place. A good habitat provides all of these things. Some habitats are small and others are large. Different plants and animals live in the different habitats. Page number 27. A field is a natural habitat for a range of living things including butterflies, grass, mice and flowers. The plants in a field are adapted for growing in lots of light. The animals are adapted to living in a field too. They are small and can hide from larger predators such as birds and foxes. Many of them dig burrows or live among plants. In the field is a natural habitat. They include many of the animals and the plants. Animals include small animals. A large wild animal such as lion would not find enough food to eat in a field. In the field there is a lots of plants but animals in the small range. So lion cannot find the variety of food. A lion natural habitat is a much larger area that includes grassland, small clumps of tree and rocks. They can hide. Page number 28. Themselves in these areas when they hunt their prey. Prey means shikar. Other large animals such as deer and buffaloes. Lions have sharp teeth and claws to help them hunt. Sharp teeth होते हैं लाइन के और पंजे sharp sharp claws mean तेज पंजे जो उसकी शिकार में मदद करते हैं. Here are some of main habitats in the world with some of the plants and animals that live in them. In the polar regions, there are some animals mentioned that live in the polar regions. First of all, polar bear, penguin, wolf, seal, Arctic fox, seaweed, fish, phytoplankton. In the desert, first of all is shrub, second cactus, antelope, fox, bustard, lizard, snake, camel. In the sea, coral reef, sea grass, crab, fish, lobster, turtle, whale, dolphin, mangrove. River and lakes. First is fish, second otter, duck, swan, reed, lotus, dragonfly, frog. Page number 29. Forest. Tall trees such as pines and firs, broad-leaved trees such as oaks and elms, monkey, parrot, jaguar, frog, gorilla, tiger, bear, elephant. Living things are adapted to the habitat in which they live. Adapted means grows. Adaptation is the word we use to describe how plants and animals have developed special parts that help them to fit in the environment. Page number 30. Ecosystems. Ecosystem is the environment where the animals and plants can live together. Plants and animals depend on each other to survive. They have adapted to live with each other and in their habitats. The living things in a particular place interact with each other and with their non-living environments, weather, earth, sun, soil, climate, atmosphere. This is called an ecosystem. In this, living things and non-living things communicate with each other and they make a ecosystem. In an ecosystem, each living thing has its own special role to play. Number 31. Ecosystems can be affected if a new plant or animal is introduced into them. The new arrival can push others out and this can affect the living things that depend on them. If a new plant or animal enter in the ecosystem, it can affect all the environment. Ecosystem can also be disrupted. Disrupted means destroyed by natural disasters. Disasters means bad incidents such as storm, floods, fires, and volcanic eruptions. Some animals are extinct. Extinct means finished. Extinct means that they no longer exist. The dinosaurs become extinct long ago. Some animals become extinct due to the action of humans. Some animals no longer exist because the action of humans. The dodo. Dodo was a flyless bird. A flightless bird. Flightless means cannot fly. Was hunted until no more remained. How humans affect animals and their habitats. Humans can disrupt habitat by changing them. Disrupt means disturb. This in turn can disrupt a whole ecosystem. Ecosystem can vary mean grow in size. They can be very small like a puddle. Puddle means johar, or very large like a forest. When land is cleared in order to build a house, this can have an impact on a large number of plants and animals. जब कोई भी फॉरेस्ट या कोई भी लैंड क्लियर की जाती है हाउस घर बनाने के लिए, तो वहाँ पर इसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है लार्ज नंबर ऑफ प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स पे दैट दे लिव here. For example, small animals lose their homes and their sources of food. They need to find food and shelter. Shelter means home elsewhere in order to survive. Page number 32. In Pakistan, some animals are in danger of becoming extinct. These endangered mean animals that near to finish. These endangered animals need our help to protect them. Here are some endangered animals: mountain sheep, Asian black bear, mountain weasel, forest dormouse. Now come on the workbook page number 21, unit 3, living on earth. First question is, complete these sentences using the correct word from the list at the end of each one. First is dash living thing breathe. Options are all, some, no. Right option is all. Number 2, fish dash breathe, fish dash throw dash. Options are eat, breathe, gills, fins. Right option are breathe and gills. Number 3, leaves take in dash, throw, dash. Options are air, water, stomata, food. Right option are air and stomata. Case number 22. Question is, look at the pictures given below and write the characteristics of living beings. First picture is about the seed growth. So we write here growing. Growing. Second picture is about the breathing. Third picture is about the reproduction. Fourth picture is about the movement. Fifth picture is about the feeding. Number 23. Match the animals with their habitat. There are some animals. Match them with their habitats. On the left side, pond. Pond, frog. Cave, bat. Polar region, polar bear. Rotten log, beetle. Sea, whale. Rainforest, hummingbird. Number 24. Match the definition with the word. Write them out in your book. First is habitat. The natural environment in which a particular animal or plant lives. Match with the second box. Adaptation. Describe when plants and animals have developed special parts that help them to survive in their environment. Match the last box. Breathing. This is the process of taking air into and out of the body. Match with the first box. Reproduction. The process by which parent plants and animals produce their young. Match with the third box. Next question is, choose the correct answer. First, plant take in water through this part. First option is branches, leaves, fruit, root. Right option is roots. Second, which of the following is adapted to live underwater? Lion, cow, chicken, fish. Correct option is fish. Page number 25. Third option is, the natural home of an animal or plant is called its. Options are habitat, house, country, hunt. Right option is habitat. To survive, an animal need a habitat that contains plant, water and soil, food, water, air and shelter, water and air, soil, water and food. Right option is food, water, air and shelter. Option B. Which of these is a habitat of camel and cactus? Options are desert, polar region, sea, forest. Right option is desert. Next question is, write the name of correct organism next to the adaptation below. Adaptation, and on the right side there are the columns for organisms. Humps, where fat and water can be stored because there is no water their environment. Camel, thick fur to keep them organisms warm. Polar bear, long roots which can grow deep in the ground to get water. Cactus, strong teeth and claws. Polar bear, long eyelashes to protect the eyes from sandstorms. Camel, long, hollow stem which is a great source of water. Cactus. Page number 26 answers these questions. First question is, what do animals use their सेंस ऑर्गन्स फॉर? एनिमल्स किस चीज के लिए अपने सेंस ऑर्गन्स यूज करते हैं? एनिमल्स यूज देयर सेंस ऑर्गन्स फॉर फाइंडिंग फूड और प्रोटेक्ट देमसेल्व्स फ्रॉम एनिमीज. नंबर 2, what will happen to an animal if it does not eat or drink? क्या होगा अगर कोई एनिमल ना खाए और ना ही पिए? Animal will die because they don't have enough energy to survive. Number 3, which organ helps a fish to breathe? Fish breathe through gills. Page number 27. Fill in the blanks. First is dash and dash lay eggs. Birds and snakes lay eggs. Second, a cat gives dash to dash. A cat gives birth to kittens. Number 3, plants take in air through tiny holes in their dash leaves. Number 4, plants do not have dash organs, sense organs. Number 5, babies grow into dash adults. Baby grows into adults. Next question is, rearrange the letter to make 3 living and 3 non-living things. Here are some letters, arrange them and make living things or non-living things. Living things: sunflower, monkey, giraffe. Non-living things: table, basket, balloon. Page number 29 answers these questions. First question is, which flower show us that plants move? How do they move? Morning glory and sunflower show the movement of plants. Morning glory is the name of a flower and sunflower is also a flower, shows the movement of plants. Plants move toward sunlight for growth, food and water. Plant show its movement in growth. Number 2, what happened to dinosaur and the dodo? Dinosaurs were killed due to the climate changes and dodo birds were killed for food. Number 3, what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem क्या है? It is a community or group of living organisms that live to interact with each other in specific environment.
Okay, students, let's start our English subject. This is unit number 2. The title of the unit is Asking Permission. Reading book pages for this unit is 22 to 24, then 27 to 29. Workbook pages for English will be 7 plus 8 for the unit number 2 and 30 to 41 for grammar section and 83 to 84 for comprehension number 1. Students, let's start our reading book with page number 22, Asking Permission. As you can see, before reading, we will solve the starter page and there is an image and there is a statement below the image. Let's read it out. Look at the picture and read the sentences below. What do you think the children in the picture are saying? Match the sentences to the speakers and write the correct number in the space provided. Number 1 statement is as, can I borrow this book? Now look at the first bench. A boy is asking to the other, can I borrow this book? He is asking for the permission. So write it. So write the number 1 there. Next is number 2. Can I sit here? On a second bench, one boy is asking to the other for sitting. So write number 2 on a second bench boy. There is number third statement which is may I come in sir. Look in the door at the door there is a boy who is asking for the permission to coming inside. So write number 3. Number 4 is can I have some water? Look at the bench number 3. There are two girls. One is asking for the water. So write number 4 there. For can I have some water? Friends, let's open your page number 23. Now read the story. Bala loved brinjal bhujia. One day Bala's wife Aisha wanted to make some bhujia, but she didn't have any brinjals. She asked her husband to get her some. Near the village there was a field with lots of brinjals. It belonged to Bhuta, and the meaning of belonged is be the property of. Bala went to the field. He did not take a brinjal and run. Instead, instead mean in spite के बावजूद, he bent down beside the brinjal plant so that his mouth was close to the ground. Field, field, he whispered. Whispered means speak very slowly. May I take a brinjal? He asked to the field. Why only one, dear Bala? He replied. Replied means answered. Pretending to be the field. Pretending means acting as if he were the field. Take as many as you like. Bala took a dozen brinjal and went home. Meaning of dozen is set of 12 products. A few days later, later means after, he wanted to eat brinjals again. Bala went to the field and a second time and then again and again. Bhuta, the owner of the field. Owner means the person who's have that property, that field, was very big and strong. He knew that somebody was stealing his brinjal. He wanted to catch the thief. 1.
Page number 27. Fill in the blanks. First is dash and dash lay eggs. Birds and snakes lay eggs. Second, a cat gives dash to dash. A cat gives birth to kittens. Number 3, plants take in air through tiny holes in their dash leaves. Number 4, plants do not have dash organs, sense organs. Number 5, babies grow into dash adults. Baby grows into adults. Next question is rearrange the letter to make 3 living and 3 non-living things. Here are some letters. Arrange them and make living things or non-living things. Living things: sunflower, monkey, giraffe. Non-living things: table, basket, balloon.
Okay, student, this is page number 27 from your reading book, and the topic is Learn to use the dictionary. Arrange the following words in alphabetical order and write them in the box on the right. The first and the last ones have been done for you, and the words are as elephant, camel, horse, goat, donkey, and sheep. First one is also done, camel. So second one is donkey. Because after C, the alphabetically order, there is D as donkey. Then third one is elephant. Fourth one is goat. Fifth one is horse. And last one is sheep, which is already done. Move toward the page number 28. Topic is learn to speak. When we ask our friends and classmates for permission, we use can instead of may. Work with a partner, practice asking for and giving permission. One of you is A and the other is B. Next, as you can see in the picture, first one is the boy. He's asking, can I borrow your pen? And your answer must be, sure, here you are. Next is about bus stop. And one is asking, can I wait here? And the other one is giving permission and saying, of course you can. When you finish, make some request of your own using your own words in place of the underlined words. You can also use these help boxes like notes, pencils, cricket bat, sharpener. You can ask for someone for permission, or you can also give permission to them. The next box is about go inside, come with you, sit down, and bring this water. Next is page number 23, and topic is learn to listen. As you listen, number the pictures below in right order 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The pictures have been given. So write down their numbering in the given spaces. You can also notice the clock which is given in the picture. By looking at the time, you can easily manage these pictures according to number 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. First one picture is on number 2. Write number 2 on picture number 1. Write number 4 on picture number 2. Third picture is on number 1. Next is number 5. And last one is number 3. Okay students, we have completed our reading book work. Let's start our workbook work with page number 6. Unit 2, asking permission. Question is, circle the words that has the same meaning. Like these are the MCQs. First is, to speak very softly. Options are reply, whisper, whistle, and your right option is option B, whisper. Next is to act in order to trick or mislead. The options are pretend, wanted, old, and right option is pretend. Number 3 is to take something that belongs to someone else, usually secretly. And options are beg, steal, and cheat. And your right option is steal. Number 4 is the act of following. Options are plug, bond, permission. And your right option is permission. Number 5 is to pull at in order to remove. And the options are plug, brinjal, and wet. And your right option is plug. Friends, open your next page, page number 7. There is a topic about jumbled words. The letters of the words below are jumbled. Figure out what the word is and write it on the blank line provided. The help box is also given you can take help from the help box. Okay, start from the first word, which is whispered. Spellings are jumbled, so you have to write the correct spelling of word whispered. The next one is belonged. The third one is stealing. Fourth one is ground. Next is husband. The next one is again. And the next one is field. 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 Okay, next is pretending. Second last correct word is plug. Pluck. Plug. And the last word is stole. 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 Now let's move to the next question, which is, can you circle the character traits of Bala? Here you can see there are different character traits, but we have to circle those words which are belonging to character Bala. And right options are unfriendly, clever, and dishonest. Okay, students, open your page number 8. Answer the questions. And question number 1 is, why did Bala's wife ask him to get a brinjal? And your answer is, Bala's wife asked him to get a brinjal because she wanted to make brinjal's bhujia. She wanted to make brinjal bhujia. The next question is, why did Bala stop stealing things? And answer is, he got the lesson by the punishment of Bhuta and knew that if he stole brinjal, he will suffer again. Question number 3 is, what didn't you like about the story and why? Your answer is, I didn't like Bala's stealing habit because it is a bad habit. Now move to question number 4. What should you do? You break a table. Your mother asks, who broke the table? What will you do? There are two options. You tell her you did it, or you say you don't know what happened. Choose one and then you have to explain your answer. So, circle on the first option, which is you tell her you did it. Now write down the explanation of your answer, which is, I will say sorry for it and I will promise my mother to never do it again. Here your chapter has been completed. Let's move to the grammar section. Okay, students, from the grammar section, the first page which you have to do is, this is page number 30. The question is, underline all the pronouns in the paragraph below. We know that pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. She, it, I, we, they, you, etc. Now let's read out the paragraph first. Nazia and Farah are my friends. They read in class 3. Here they use the word they, which is pronoun and which is using on the place of Nazia and Farah. So underline the word they because it is a pronoun. The next line, they are very hardworking and punctual. Again, there is another pronoun they, so underline they again. In the next line, we go to school together. Here in this line, the word we is a pronoun, so underline this word. Next is, our best teacher is English teacher. Here, the word our show that it is a pronoun, so underline this word. Next line, you don't guess how lucky I am to have such a loving friend. Here in this line, there are two pronouns. First one is you and second one is I. So underline these two pronouns in this line. Next is preposition. What is preposition? Give 3 examples. Answer. Prepositions are the words which show the relationship and position of a noun or pronoun to some other words in a sentence, e.g., in, on, under, over. So preposition is basically the word which show the position, like in, on, under, in front of, beside, behind, over, etc. Now let's see. There are some images and you have to fill these images with the words prepositions. The first image shows the boy is under the box. So here the preposition under will be used. Write down under in first column. The next is the boy is in front of the box. So here in front of is a preposition. Write it in a given space. In a third picture, you will write beside, B-E-S-I-D-E, beside. In a next picture, you will write in. In a second line, on a first image, you will write on. Second one is over. Third one is behind because the boy is behind the box. The last one is there are two boxes and the boy is between these two boxes. So your preposition word is between. Okay students, move toward the page number 31. Write an adjective to describe each noun. First one is leaf and you will add the word green because it is adjective here. So the phrase is green leaf. Next is tall tree. The next one is pencil. So you can write short or small pencil as well. Next one is apple and you have to add the adjective which is sweet. So you have to complete the phrase like sweet apple. The next one is about line. Here you have to add the word hungry, hungry line. You can also add some other adjectives like fierce line, brown line as well. The next one is about pizza and you have to write tasty or cheesy pizza. You can write your own word also. The next one is look at the picture and fill in the blanks using correct preposition given below. Firstly, as you can see, there is a picture. Carefully see the picture and after that you have a help box on the right side. Then you have to choose the correct word and then you have to add it in a blank. Let's start with first blank which is the coffee cup is dash the saucer and the preposition word here is on. The coffee cup is on the saucer. The next one is the photo frame is behind the microwave. The third one is the teapot is between the coffee cup and the milk. Fourth one is the plate is in front of the microwave. The fifth one is the fan is above the table. The sixth one is the apple is under the table. Seventh is coffee is in the coffee cup. Number 8 is the milk carton is next to the microwave. Okay students, open your page number 32. The topic here is common noun and proper noun. As you know that common noun is a name of an ordinary person, place or thing. Common noun starts with small letters. Okay, let's start. Write 3 common nouns in each box. The first one is done for you. Let's move toward the next box which is about park. Here you have to write 3 nouns which are tree, flowers and grass. Keep remember that every common noun must start from small letters. Next column is about school, and three nouns, common nouns for school are office, student, and class. Next, a proper noun is the name of some special person, place, or thing, e.g., Ali, Sargoda, and Asia Fan. Proper nouns begin with capital letters. Examples are the word park is common noun. The word safari park is proper noun. The names of a day, months, and holidays are proper noun. Write proper nouns in each box. First box is about countries in the world. First one is Pakistan with P capital. Then India, China, and Iran. Keep remember that every country starts from the capital letter. The next column is about cities in Pakistan, and names are Lahore, Karachi, Quetta, and Multan. All start from the first letter capital. Your next page is page number 33. First question is about write proper noun for each common noun in the box. In every box there is a common noun and you have to add proper noun here. The first one is street because it is a common noun, and we will add food street. It becomes proper noun now. Next one is city. It is a common noun and proper noun is Lahore because it is a specific city. Next one is month, which is common noun, and the proper noun is the name of the month. You can write any name of the month. Here we have wrote March. Next is holiday is a common noun. So write Pakistan Day. It becomes proper noun. Next is restaurant, and 5-star is a proper noun. Next one is poet, common noun, and proper noun for poet is Allama Iqbal. Okay, next topic is use proper noun to complete sentence. Begin proper noun with capital letters. First is Rami's cousin Sara lives in Lahore because Lahore is a proper noun. Next one is that big city is in Punjab. Third is Sara goes to Dare Erkam school. It becomes proper noun. Start from capital letters. 4 is Asad plays at Safari Park. 5th is Ali lives in Lahore. L capital. Next is find proper noun in each sentence. Then write the proper noun in the given space. First one is school begins in September. School is a common noun here and September is proper noun. So write September in a given space. Also underline the word September. Next is it starts after Independence Day. Independence Day is a proper noun. Number 3 is on Tuesday we go to class. So here Tuesday is proper noun because we learn that the name of days and months must be proper noun. Students, next is your page number 34 and topic is adverb. The words which tell us more about verbs are known as adverbs. How did the lion roar? The lion roared loudly. Here the word roared were verb and loudly word which is adding some meaning to the verb is an adverb. The boys write neatly. Here the word write is a verb because it is an action, and word neatly is an adverb because it is adding more meaning to the verb. Adverbs tell how, when, where and why. For example, Saad talks loudly. How? Rida goes to school weekly. When? It is showing the time. Ali went home. Where? Like place. Next is, from each sentence, write the verb and adverb that describes in the space provided. The first sentence is, the turtle walks slowly. Here, walks is an action word, so write it in a place of verb. Walks like verb, and slowly is an adverb. Next line is, he does the homework carefully. Here, the action word is does. Write does in the column of verb and then write carefully, which is an adverb, in a space of adverb. Third sentence is, yesterday I wrote a letter to my friend. Here you can see the word wrote is a verb because it is an action word, which is the second form of the word write. And there, yesterday is an adverb because we learned that adverbs of time, place or manner, they tell us about adverb, and yesterday is an adverb. The fourth sentence is, the builder builds a wall skillfully. Here the word builds is a verb and the word skillfully is an adverb. The last sentence is, she goes to school regularly. Here the word goes is verb because it is an action word, and regularly is an adverb. So write it in a space of adverb. Page number 35 of your workbook. Underline the adverb in the following sentences. The first sentence is, the teacher spoke closely to one of the boys. Here the word closely is an adverb, so underline the word closely. Next sentence is, the boy spoke politely to the teacher. Here the word politely, it is an adverb because it is adding some more meaning to the verb which is spoke. So underline the word politely here. Next is, the dog ate his dinner quickly. Underline the verb adverb quickly. Fourth is, the boys marched smartly. So smartly is an adverb. So underline the word smartly. Next is, write adverbs in the spaces. Pick the types of adverb from the box. As you can see on the right side, there is a box showing the adverb type. Trees grow how? Slowly. 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 Second is, you will do it when? Time, today. Next is, put my pencil where? So word would be here. Here, here. Fourth is, why are you coming so late? Fifth is, Sana stand second in the exams. Sixth is, think how dash before you answer. Think carefully before you answer. Next is, write a sentence that describes each scene. Make sure to use an adverb in each sentence. The first scene is about my mother baked delicious cake for me. Do you know what is the adverb in this sentence? Yes, it is delicious. Next picture is about the boy hit the ball furiously. Let's move toward the next page. Okay, students, this is page number 36 and topic is articles. And firstly, we will use of the. The is used before a noun which describes a whole class of persons, place, or things. Example, the cow is a useful animal. Here, the cow refers to all cows. When the noun is in plural, we do not usually use the before it. Example, cows are cows are useful animal. As you can see, the word cows is a plural, so we will not use article the before cows. Next is use the where necessary in the following sentences. First is the peacock has a beautiful tail. Next, the police help to maintain peace and order. Next, third one is the city is a noisy place. Fourth is the lion is a fierce animal. Number fifth is dash tigers are carnivores. As we learned before that before plural nouns we will not use the. So here tigers are in a plural sense. So we will not write article the before it. Next is use of the. The is used before the names of some statues, buildings, places, famous books, etc. Example, almost every Muslim has a copy of the Quran. The is used before some particular things like this is the girl who won the race. Use the where necessary in the following sentences. If you go to USA, you must see the Statue of Liberty. We have learned that before statues, building, places or famous books, we will write the. So here, Statue of the Liberty, we will use the before it. The next is the longest river in Pakistan is the Indus River. Next is the ship sailed across the Atlantic Ocean. On a page number 37 of your workbook, first one is fill in the following blanks with a, an or the. We know that these three are article. A is used for a single noun or pronoun or any subject. But the article an is used before those words which start from the letters which are vowels. And the we have used in our previous page that how we will use the article the. So let's start from the first fill in the blanks. Do you know what dash ostrich is? So here the ostrich start from the vowel word. So you will write an. Do you know what an ostrich is? Next is it is dash very large bird. Write a. It is a very large bird. Third is it lives in a country called Australia. Fourth is in Australia there is also an animal called kangaroo. Next is dash kangaroo is dash best jumper in the world. A kangaroo is the best jumper in the world. Number 6 is it can jump over dash fence 10 foot high. So here you will write the article the. It can jump over the fence 10 foot high. Next is fill in the blanks with the suitable articles. First is the giraffe has a long neck. Number 2 is Fawad has bought a pair of new shoes. Number 3, he put the letter in an envelope. Number 4 is she made an omelette with an egg and a tomato. Number 5 is dash dog is a faithful animal. The. Number 6 is I have sold a ticket for a cricket match held at the stadium. 7 is here is a coin. Keep the coin in your hand. Number 8 is we are going to the Swat Valley for a holiday. As we have learned before that with a specific or special places we will use article the. So here before the Swat Valley we will use the. Number 9 is father gave me a lovely book. I am reading the book now. Number 10 is a tall man came to our school. The man was a magician. Next is last one, number 11. There is an airport near my home. So word airport shows that it is starting from the vowels word. So write here the article an. Okay students, now open your page number 38 and here the topic is punctuation. A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. Group of words. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. We use a question mark at the end of a question. Put the correct punctuation marks like capital letters, commas, full stops and question marks. First statement as you can see, Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill, they are nouns. So you will have to write Jack, J capital, Jill, K capital and at the end of the sentence you will put a full stop because it is an affirmative sentence. Next is, are they taking English lessons? So here we have learned that the first letter of every new sentence must be capital. So write A capital for R. Then English E capital because English is a subject and you have to write the first letter of English is capital and then at the end you will mark a question mark because the statement is a question. Are they taking English lessons? Next is, have you put the apple in the custard dish? Again, this is the question. So write a question mark at the end of the statement and then you have to write H capital in the beginning of the sentence because we learned that every sentence starts from the capital letter. Next is, did boys enjoy the elephant ride? Here you will write D capital because it is the start of a sentence. Now you can see the statement is a question. So write a question mark at the end of the sentence. Next is, the boy was greedy, naughty and lazy. Here you have to write T capital at the start of the sentence. The sentence is affirmative sentence, so you have to put full stop at the end. And the second thing is, there are three adjectives like greedy, naughty and lazy. So you have to put comma after greedy. When we will found more than one noun or more than one adjective in a same sentence, we will add commas. Here we will make a sentence like, the boy was greedy, comma, naughty and lazy. Next is, mother goes for a walk every morning. Write M capital because it is the first letter of a sentence, and at the end of the sentence you have to put full stop because it is an affirmative sentence. Next is, my father bought onions, cauliflowers, peas and cabbage. Here we are talking about the vegetables. So first letter of my must be capital. My father bought onions, comma, cauliflowers, comma, peas and cabbage, then full stop at the end of the sentence. Next and last is, where is Amjad going? Write W capital here. Then there is a proper noun which is Amjad. So write A capital for Amjad because we know that proper noun always start from capital letter, and at the end of the sentence you will write question mark. This is your page number 39. Add capital letters, full stops and comma to the following. Here you can see a paragraph is given, so you have to punctuate the paragraph. Firstly, you will write all the nouns starting with capital letters. First, Saima, S would be capital, and Saira, S would be capital again because it is a proper noun. Both went to Dare Arkam school. D capital of Dare Arkam. A is also capital because it is a proper noun. After school, you have to put full stop. The next sentence starting from, they were in the class 3. So here you will write T capital for they. Then at the end of the sentence after 3 you will put a full stop. Next line, next sentence is starting from there. So write T capital again because every sentence starts from a capital letter. Their teacher was called Miss Aisha. Write M capital for Miss and Aisha A capital, and at the end of the sentence you will put a full stop. Next is she. The next sentence is starting from the word she. So write as capital here. Was very good teacher. Full stop. She with capital S wore a scarf, comma, gown and gloves. Full stop. Her father, H capital for her father, worked in the Mizan Bank on Tariq Road. Mizan M capital, Bank B capital, on Tariq Road. Tariq Road is also proper noun. So write T capital and R also capital. At the end of the sentence, you will write full stop. Okay, dear students, now open up your page number 40. Write a sentence with quotation marks. Remember to write who is speaking. Don't miss full stop and question mark. Firstly, we will learn that what is quotation mark. Quotation marks are used to show someone's exact words or spoken language. Here you can see the first example have been done for you. Ali, how old are you? And the right sentence would be, how old are you? Asked Ali. Next is Rida, and she is asking, I am 10 today. So write down in a given space, I am 10 today. Rida said. Put quotation marks before I and after today. As you can see on a page that has been done for you, I am 10 today. It is the exact words of Rida. So write down the quotation marks and then write Rida said. Full stop. Next is, are you 7 or 8? Asad. And the complete sentence would be like, are you 7 or 8? Question mark. Asked Asad. Full stop. And we have to add quotation marks before are and after 8. Do you like cat? Asked Sana. Next is page number 41. I like painting. Ikra. I like painting. Full stop. Then inverted commas. Quotation marks. Ikra said. Full stop. Next is put the inverted commas in the following. First line is, are you tired? Ask the teacher. Here you can see, are you tired is written between inverted commas. So you have to put inverted commas on the statement. Next is, I can see you is also written in inverted comma. Shouted Farah. Now put the eggs back in the nest, said the father. The exact word of the father was, now put the eggs back in the nest. So write inverted commas here. Next is, he said, tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow is Sunday would be written between inverted commas. Next is, I like clouds in the sky. She said. So I like clouds in the sky is written between the inverted commas. Next is, the mother said to her daughter, please tidy up your room. So the exact word of mother, please tidy up your room, will be written inside inverted commas. Next is, the teacher said, did you do your work? Did you do your homework yesterday? So put inverted commas before did and after yesterday. Ali said, let us finish our work first. So the exact word of Ali was, let us finish our work first. So write inverted commas. Next is, I'm feeling a little hungry, he said. I'm feeling a little hungry will be written inside the inverted commas. Next is your page number 83. This is comprehension section. Comprehension number 1. What should we do now? Let's start reading the comprehension. Spring is the most beautiful and attractive season, gives nice weather to flowers to bloom. To enjoy spring season, Ikra and Asma went for a picnic with their families. Everywhere was lush greenery and beautiful flowers. They all entered in a park. The park was also full of colorful flowers. Both girls loved tulips. Ikra said to Asma, I love tulips and I will pluck one for myself. Would you like one too? In fact, Asma also loved flowers too much, but last week her father told her that flowers must not be plucked. Plucked means to pull out in the purpose to remove something. He also told her flowers are so sensitive. They will wither very quickly. Moreover, it's likely being disrespectful to the nature as well as to the people who cared for them in the park. Asma told all these things to Ikra. Ikra felt very embarrassed. She promised to Asma that she would not pluck the flowers again. Here, the rule to solve the comprehension is read out the given paragraph 2 to 3 times very carefully, and after that read out the question. You will find all the answers in the paragraph. So let's start solving the exercise of this comprehension. First, you can see answer the questions. Let's start with the question number 1. What is the main idea of the story? What should we do now? And answer, the main idea of the story is that the flowers must not be plucked as it's disrespectful to nature. Question number 2 is, why did Ikra want to pluck flowers? Answer, Ikra wanted to pluck flowers because she loved tulips flowers. On the next page, page number 84, you can see the question number 3. What did Asma's father advise her? In a second paragraph, you can read the answer as well. He advised her not to pluck flowers because flowers are sensitive. They will wither very quickly. Number 4 is, if everybody plucks a flower like Ikra, what will happen then? Answer, we will be deprived of the beauty of the nature. Question number 5 is, compare Ikra's feelings at the beginning of the story with her feelings at the end of the story. Answer, in the beginning, Ikra wanted to pluck flower, but in the end, she felt embarrassed on her idea. Using the words given below, solve the following question. Plants needs. In a first column, you have to write the needs of the plant, and in the second column, you have to write the plants of the parts of the plant. There are some words given below the picture. Let's start writing in a first column, which is plants needs. Plant need air, soil, water and sunlight. There are 4 things plant needs. Moving toward the next column, plant parts, and the parts of the plants are as seeds, fruits, leaves, stem, flowers and root. Here